How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Velvet Nightclub.
Yes.
What is it?
What'd you say? What is it? It's a nightclub. Yeah, but I'm just going for...
I have to find that, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
You feel like a nightclub today, huh?
Well, I'm going for work, actually. I'm
That's
at...
your workout.
Yeah, yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish. Your hair is so gorgeous.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you. I'm filming now. Do you mind? Just so you know. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is velvet during the day.
So nice.
We have very, very romantic bathrooms.
Oh.
And one of our big issues is people trying to hang off of the plumbing while trying to ride other friends.
Oh.
And we're like, maybe we don't do that at a nightclub, guys. Like, there's some really nice alleys that we can recommend, but like not here.
Yes, totally. I love a good alley.
This is
Thank
from
you.
us.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You just got this at the store? What do you do?
Yeah. So everybody has a lei dealer. It's kind of like your drug dealer, but like there's an older uncle or auntie that makes lei that you would normally go to. So this one came from Lynn's Lei in Chinatown, giving a gift of lei or makana, so any kind of gift. If you're going to visit someone, even if they're from a different part of the island, you would bring them a gift.
Where in Hawaii are you from?
I was actually born in Oregon. My mom's side of the family is the Hawaiian side, so that's Kanaka Maoli or Hawaiian by blood.
And what made you want to move here?
I would come here every summer and take summer classes, visit family. I spent a lot of time fishing and learning from my great-grandfather. I was consistent from the time I was 2. I told my mom I wanted to study fishes in Hawaii when I grew up. I did that, came out here for school, got a degree in marine bio and marine science, and then I worked as a marine biologist for about 10 years.
Cade Maddox was here?
Yeah, so Cade used to live here, and he has a lot of connection to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So we had reached out and we're like, do you want an excuse to come back? And he's like, yes.
Yeah, he's super nice. I've talked to him before. He's really nice.
Yeah. Him and his partner Kevin are absolutely fantastic.
Oh, nice.
So we actually have a deal with them where they come out. They're going to be coming out a couple times a year, and they've been helping us find other talent that we want to bring out. When we first opened, we had light up pillars that matched our stairs, and they were like a kind of plexiglass. Every single pillar was cracked because of people humping too aggressively against them.
Really?
Yeah, just people grinding, people dancing, like, but back up against the pillar, getting like aggressively ground on or dry humped, and they like managed to crack all the pillars.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, then we had to switch them out to marble, and we're like, well, at least they broke for a fun reason.
When I talked to you on the phone, one of the things that initially drew me even more to doing an episode here is that you were saying that it's a nightclub that, was bought by previous dancers or strippers, and it's owned by them now. And I think that's such a beautiful situation.
Suki and Damien are 2 of the original creators of the club. Suki's the primary owner. She was a dancer that used her dancer money, hustled super hard, got multiple degrees in business, and then used it to purchase partial ownership of one of the clubs that she danced at, and then expanded her business and opened up this one. And she wanted clubs that were owned and managed by dancers, by nightlife performers that understand the hustle side of it, and also what you would want as a patron and as an employee.
Prior to being a GM here, you were a stripper as well, right?
Yeah, so I go-go danced, and I did some stripping as well. So I actually got my start when I lived in China. When I moved here permanently, one of the primarily straight strip clubs, we would have mixed nights where male and female dancers on the stages, we'd all perform together. That was really interesting. My demographic that I appeal to are Black lesbians and straight military men.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so Black lesbians are the greatest customers I have ever had, and I think I ever will have. Anytime we had them out, they were amazing because they're cheering you on. They're the greatest hype guys. They're throwing money. They're making it rain on stage, and you just feel good performing for them. And then the straight military boys just wanted to see tricks. And like, how many pull-ups can you do? I'm like, I don't know, but like, give me $1 a pull-up and we'll find out. They'd all get a little like, especially the Navy guys, a little bit gayer at the end of the night. And, that was fun because I find a lot of them very attractive.
Are you dancing tonight too?
I will be dancing a little bit tonight. Yes, yes.
Can't wait. What is your dance style?
My dance style, I think right now, because of my background, it'll be more so sensual, a lot of grindage, a lot of pumping the crowd. Yeah, but just more so like rolling, booty popping and everything. Anything that gets like the crowd pumping of me stripping down to my underwear.
How long have you been working here for now?
I worked here since last October, since we've opened, but I started here as a bouncer, security. I went from security to bartending, and then from bartending with, interacting with all the customers that come, he asked, "Do you want to dance?" I was like, it's been years. I'm 33. In my 20s, I was dancing a lot for college. Yeah, let's do it. So then I just started dancing, and next thing you know, I'm back on the floor at 33.
What'd you go to college for?
I went to college for football. I played a little bit of lineman there for UNLV. So, and then I played lineman here, and then that's how I got offered. So, college football athletics was actually my bread and butter to get an education here.
And did you want to play professional football as well?
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I really, really didn't. I just like the fact that I love sports, and that was a ticket to get free education in somewhere I'd never been before for like 5 years, and that's what I did. I stuck with it.
And you're from Hawaii, right?
I am. I'm originally from the west side, Hawaii, the roughest side. I'm just joking.
Is it?
I mean, that's what people say.
Did you grow up with a lot of money, or what was your life like growing up?
No, I wasn't grew up in a wealthy family. I would say middle class. My mom she was a substitute teacher, but she's also was a foster mom with me and my siblings. My dad was just a construction worker. So I grew up in the kind of family where we did not live off of, but we were also using food stamps for food and stuff like that back, because Hawaii is always expensive, no matter what year, how old you are, at least from my experience. So I grew up right there in the middle.
And your mom's your foster mom?
Yeah. My parents that raised me were my adopted parents, yes.
Wow, how beautiful of them.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
And all your siblings were adopted as well?
Yes.
Were they your birth siblings, or just siblings through the adopted family?
They were siblings through other families around the island that was in the foster care system.
If I'm prying too much, please tell me. But have you met your birth family at all, or?
They were actually my adopted mom's first cousin. Yeah, so oddly in our culture, in the Samoan culture, it's normal for like that, for your family members to give up their offspring if another family member that really wants kids but just can't conceive, be either because of age or health or sickness. And it's done that since back at home in Samoa, and it's here. But here, because it's the U.S., you gotta go through the foster care system and everything like that. My mom flew down here the week of labor, and the story was she told my dad, "You stay in the waiting room," and pointed at my adopted mom to come with her to deliver the baby.
So do you call your birth mom your mom, or do you call your foster mom your mom?
I've always called my adopted mom until she gained her wings to go. Now I do call my mom out of respect and out of humor. Like, I call her mom, my biological mom.
Did she want to have a kid as well, though, or was it like, how do you grasp dealing with that?
My biological mom? Oh, she has there's 9 of me. Yeah. There is 9 of me, made from my biological parents. 2 of her first cousins, which is one of them is my adopted mom. They all grew up like sisters since their childhood, and she gave to me being one of the children up for each of one of them because they wanted a kid very bad.
How did you feel growing up knowing that?
I mean, I found out when I was 18, like the Monday after my adopted mom's funeral. And I do remember it was a mix of emotions. But then again, I was still very young. I still consider 18, 19 still very young, thinking you know everything. And as I grew up, having to raise my siblings, doing what I had to do, which was, trying to go to college, making extra money, which was like go-go dancing or bartending in my 20s, I've learned to just accept the reasons why. And it wasn't dark, it wasn't negative at all, It was normal in our culture because they do that out of love for the family. So I saw it as like, because she was always there. My biological mom was actually always there every year of my life. I just always thought she was my auntie. Like every summer she comes over because I always thought, oh my God, my mom's best friend's here every summer.
So when your mom had passed, your birth mom told you, "I'm your mom"?
My dad did. My adopted dad did.
How did he tell you that?
During that time, I had my first boyfriend. And then he ended up having to live with me for some reason. He got kicked out. The Monday I found out after my mom's funeral, my dad had like woken me up silently because he thought that that was my friend who just needed a place to stay. We always do that for anybody we see as family. And he woke me up and he goes, "I talked to you outside." And like he said it like very, and I was so scared. I thought he was gonna clock my tea and say like, "Who is that?" And I go outside, and then I see who I thought was my auntie and uncle, but who are actually my biological parents in the garage. Also, like, what's going on? And then my dad just sits next to me and looks at me, and then he tells me, "I'm not your real dad." Half of me was like, "Oh my God, I thought you were gonna say, who is that? Is that your boyfriend?"
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then there was more mix of emotions. I was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean?" And then he was like, "You see those two in front of you? Those are your parents." And they didn't even know that my adopted dad was gonna do that.
How did they feel about that?
They were also very shocked, but I mean, they had to accept it because eventually we were gonna find out anyway.
That kind of changed the trajectory of your life because all of a sudden you had to financially support these siblings of yours.
Yes,
Is that why you got into working at in the nightclubs, because it's fast, good money?
yes. It was fast, good money, even though it was cash flow and sometimes under the table. It just made it fast enough to know that okay, the rent's due this time, and that was time when rent was only like 500. You know, like, hey, rent's due this time. Okay, let me just put some aside. Okay, let me just tell my cousin who is, you know, over there watching the house while I'm trying to be a student, can deposit in your account, take care of the house. Like, that's what I was doing for the past 4 years.
Made you grow up fast, I'm sure.
It did. It did.
How do you think your life would look different had you not had to take the kids?
Probably been making hella more bad decisions if I didn't do what I had to do for my siblings. Like, I probably would have been ending up in jail again.
Again?
I mean, I did go to jail one time because my first boyfriend was harassing me.
So you went to jail?
Yeah, because he was harassing me at my job, and then I beat him up at Wendy's. And the only thing the manager said was, "That big gorilla on top of that pork."
Really?
I remember that, yeah.
Wow. How do Native Hawaiians feel about tourists coming?
If anything, COVID was really cool for us because it showed a Hawaii that existed without tourism. Hawaii had its own regulation where to travel here from the continent, you actually had to have a separate COVID test in order to fly over. And that so severely limited tourism that it was amazing. Like, you could drive anywhere. It's like, oh, wow, there's no traffic. Our football stadium had to be filled with all of the unused rental cars. When you looked at photos, like aerial photos of reef health and nearshore sand, everything was cleaning up. It was like, wow, nature is actually healing. The general attitude towards tourists, there are some Hawaiians that feel overtly anti anyone coming in. I think the biggest issue is, like, we're never going to be able to get rid of tourism or close our borders. It's more the mindset and attitude, and there's a big difference between people who come respectfully, do their research, do their homework, and then you have the groups that come in and stand on coral reefs, you know, throw rocks at trees, spray paint rocks because it's part of their healing journey. And I'd say that the more ingrained someone is with Hawaiian culture and with their lineage, the more negatively they feel towards being commodified. Even things like hula. Whenever people visit, it's always, oh, I want to go to a luau. I want to go see a hula show. And you do see the neutered version of Hawaiian culture in all of those areas. And it's devoid of the ferocity and sexuality that is associated with the culture.
I'm 33. Since my 30s, I've noticed so many of my friends leaving the island because it's just too expensive.
That's sad.
So it drives me more to just want to work more and just so I can stay here. Like, I don't want to leave here.
And a lot of local Hawaiians are not leaving the island because they can't afford it anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because too many tourists are coming to buy places and to take up those spaces, right?
To build condos and buildings and make it more touristy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Does Hawaii need tourism to stay open?
In my experience and learning experience, ever since pre-COVID to COVID to now, yes, we do need it. We thrive off of what tourism brings and the money it brings just for us, just for the locals here to have a job. Like, for example, like Apple, you know, I wouldn't be able to, if it wasn't for Apple, I probably wouldn't be able to live in town. It's like that. Like, I need to work in that kind of place that's not really local, I guess, because it doesn't guarantee benefits, and I say that with like with this heart because I wish local businesses could support that, all local businesses, but that's why. So yeah, we do thrive on things like tourism and stuff because it provides jobs, it provides money, income.
All the right words poured from your mouth, holding me tight, saying I'm all yours, but I feel in my gut it doesn't feel right. I see in your eyes, tell me no lie, 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 lie. Tell me no lies, tell me no lie, 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 lie. Tell me no lies, tell me no lie, 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 lie. Tell me no lies, tell me no lie, 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 lie.
I do hear from like a lot of gay clubs that, they feel like, and this is no shade to women, but they feel like women are starting to infiltrate and, take up the gay club space with the bachelorette parties and stuff.
I would say that other gay clubs I've worked at, especially after COVID, a lot of the demographics shifted to being heavily straight, heavily female dominated in a way that made it aggressive and off-putting towards the gay clientele. For Velvet, if people are having fun, if you want to just sing along to Chapel Roan or like Charlie XCX and like dance, like we don't care. Having a space where people who are allegedly straight or haven't even thought about it or explored that idea can go and just see a lot of people living ridiculously, authentically, showing up in whatever the fuck they want to wear, singing their feelings out, having a good cry sometimes. Like they'll come and be like, I am having a terrible day, and that's why I'm at a nightclub. And they'll talk to a bartender for a couple minutes, take a shot, cry a little bit, and then dance. When the straight community or other allied community gets to see that and be like, wow, I could exist in a different way, I think it lets them move away from ideas they thought they had to follow. And that's where we see a lot more people starting to taste the rainbow. And we're like, yeah, you were mostly straight. Now you're, I don't know, a little curious or a lot curious or having a romantic encounter in the bathroom.
I love it.
My time in Hawaii was just so special, and I had such a great time meeting everybody that I interviewed, and I hope that you enjoyed the episodes as well. Velvet Nightclub is seriously such a blast. If you like to go to clubs where you know all the songs and you can sing along with them, then you would love it there. That's really what I like in a club. I don't like to go to a club where the music is just like uns, and I don't know any of the songs. I really want to know songs and be able to sing along with them, and it makes it so much more fun for me. And Velvet Nightclub was all hits and just such a good welcoming time. And Billy, the GM of Velvet, was just so welcoming and warm and invited me and my boyfriend to the neighboring restaurant that Velvet also owns and took us out to dinner there. And also he introduced me to Kumuhina, which was such a special episode, and I feel like so many of you loved that episode, and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for him. So I just feel so grateful that he's in my life, and he's just such a special, knowledgeable person. I hope you are all doing well and having a great summer. It's crazy that summer's already coming to a close. I was just thinking the other day, when does summer come? And then I thought, oh my gosh, it's already August. Summer is already coming to a close. Time just really flies. But I did want to let you know that I am going to Montreal, Canada in a week, and I'm so excited. It was very spur of the moment. I'm going back to Virginia to be with Sloan and his family for a little bit, and I was thinking about it, and I'm already on that side of the States, and I was like, well, it'd be so great to go to Montreal because I know Montreal has such a big LGBT scene and gay strip clubs and a lot of different things that I could get into for the series. And so I'm so excited to go explore. And if any of you live there and think you'd be right for an episode, or know someone that you think would be right, or know a place you would like me to dive into for an episode, make sure to let me know by emailing me. I have some ideas already, but nothing's set in stone yet, so I would love to hear what you guys would like to see. I've been having so much fun being re-inspired with my channel again. For 2 or 3 years it was only interviews, and I love doing the interviews, and they will never go away, don't worry. But it's been really nice to try new things and make new videos and just exercise different muscles of my creativity. So thank you so much for those of you that are responding. I actually have a lot of people that message me saying how much they love the true crime, or love the biography I did on Rock Hudson, and it's been so nice to see that response. And I think it's keeping the channel fresh and different, and it's been really great. So thank you all for watching those videos and for your positive feedback about them. It really means so much. It can be a bit scary to try something new in front of an audience, of this size. When my channel was very small, it was way less daunting to put new videos out, to try something and throw spaghetti against the wall and see if it, sticks. But when your channel is a bit bigger, it can be nerve-wracking and a bit intimidating to try something new just in case it doesn't work. And it feels really liberating to like release myself of that and to just to try new things and to practice new concepts and, you know, to talk to the camera like this. I don't know, it just feels good to evolve and to grow. And thank you so much for your positive comments. It really means the world to me. I hope you're all doing well. I think about you all the time, and I will see you soon with another video. Okay, thank you. Bye.